I've had some very close calls with my life right now. Okay? Not just this fire, because right now I could get singed.
Well, no, it's not that close to me.
Well, you never know.
Okay.
The winds could take it right here. Okay?
Yeah.
So number one,
Sure.
I'm kind of like our life is semi in danger. And as I said before, I was in Towson. My Airbnb was in Towson, and that shooter lives there. Now that's dangerous.
I know. You think he would have took you out,
dude,
for your money?
I mean, I went to the Whole Foods there. You know he's been there because he comes from money. So it's like
he's a McDonald's guy.
Well, okay, I saw McDonald's there. So the point
is, any of the news on him either?
No, you did. I know you like these deep dives.
Yeah, that's why I wake up and like the deep dive on this stuff.
Yeah, I gotta get some.
Apparently, this kid, smart kid, wicked smart kid. Clearly, his hero is the Unabomber, but Ted Kaczynski. Mm-hmm. But apparently, his family, he became estranged from his family. He got a back injury, like a really bad back injury, and they did surgery, I guess, and it didn't help. And since then, it just mentally broke him. And I guess he was saying like he can't have any physical contact with women because his back's so fucked up. Like he can't have sex. What? So that just drove him crazy.
Look at that. Are those really his screws?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, those are the biggest screws I've ever seen in my fucking life. What's going on there? What is that? Hold on. I don't believe that's a real picture.
That's just a X-ray, Brian.
But look at how those screws are.
Well, look what his friend says here. He even said it was like these crazy big screws.
Yeah, apparently he just couldn't.
I have a friend who's a spine surgeon, and he told me, don't. I do. He said, don't. The one thing you want to avoid is screws in your back because it causes so much pain.
Yeah,
and doctors get kickbacks. Some of them get kickbacks for using those fucking screws.
Yeah. So, but back to him. Apparently, this kid did that and never got fixed, so he was in agonizing pain all the time and couldn't be intimate with women, and it drove him crazy. God. Like legit crazy. So he didn't speak to his family for at least a year. His friends and family on his social media reached out, were like, hey, hope you're okay. His one best friend was like, hey man, try and plan the wedding. You committed to it. What's going on? Get back to us. Damn. He was in Hawaii. Here's what's fucking baffling to me. We know more about this kid who shot the healthcare CEO. Oh. We knew more about him in 30 minutes than we do the individual that tried to assassinate the president. We still don't know too much. We know really more about this kid.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is it's an ongoing investigation, but why wouldn't we know?
What's ongoing, Brian?
Right.
Hold on, what do you mean? What's ongoing?
No, it's not.
His body got cremated less than 24 hours. There's no evidence. There's nothing. Is that not fucking weird? I know you trust the government. It is weird. Is that not crazy to you?
Yeah.
Kills a healthcare CEO, and I mean I know way more than I should about this individual I've never met. That random dude that took a shot at a president-elect and got a shot off. We don't hear shit. Is that not weird?
Yeah, weird.
They got his manifesto. They got his gun. They got his social media. They have his family, friends. Have you heard a single word about this kid who shot our president in the fucking air?
It's unbelievable.
Friends, family, anything?
No. You could say the same thing.
That's all normal, though?
You could say the same thing about the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Yeah.
It's
like, weird. It's like they all have something in common.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird, though?
It's very weird. It's very weird.
But yeah, this kid, it's fucking heartbreaking, man. But now here's what's interesting. This dude, like the fucking Night Stalker, has just a huge fan base that are rooting for him. There's like signs that free this fucking Luigi kid.
Yeah. But dude, those screws are astonishing to me. Like maybe the pain had him on all kinds of drugs.
It just never got better. So when you're dealing with severe back pain,
who does that to somebody? What is that?
There's a lot of people that get that done, but his just didn't.
I mean, I've never seen screws that big. That looks really weird.
Yeah, but you're right about doctors trying to do surgery. They were saying to me, I'm telling you, have to do it. I'm like, no, just tell me any other.
But that's how they make money.
I know. I knew it right away.
You just got to be smart about it. Like people are, and it's just an educational thing. Like if you're not privy to it, it's like. But that's how they make money. Look, it's like walking in Best Buy. Like, you believe they tried to sell me a fucking TV, man? It's like, You're in best spot.
But who thinks that that's not going to be in pain all the
Exactly.
time? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
But there's
There's
so much
some
pain.
people that do that and they're not in pain.
Yeah.
I know people like that's
You do-
not
you do?
alarming. Yeah, I know people that have those huge screws
Well,
and
just
they're
from
not in pain.
football and stuff
yeah,
like that.
and sometimes that's why they
And
get
it
away
helps-
with
and
it.
it helps it.
Yeah, sometimes it helps.
Yeah.
But for him, it didn't take. Who knows what happened?
God.
Who knows if it was a botched surgery?
That looks like a joke. I mean, I can't believe
But
that's real.
I'm sure there's other ways you can deal with it. You know, the PRP, stem cells. You go
Yep.
down to Tijuana.
God damn.
When anybody tells me, like my buddy Mike at No Limit Diesel, he has a horrible knee. He had a bad knee issue, a horrible shoulder. I'm like, don't. And he's like, yeah, they're telling me I have to do surgery. I'm like, don't do it, dude.
Yeah.
Call the Tijuana place. Call them, see what they say before you do anything. Surgery should be your last.
100% I agree. 100%.
This kid, you think about it, that CEO would probably still be alive if this kid went down to Tijuana. And so now, weren't you saying he was wearing some jacket and it's like sold out?
Yeah, he
Was it a
had
drive
some
fast
whatever
jacket?
like olive green jacket
Was
he
it
had
a
on.
drive fast on it?
I think it was.
mean-
So,
I think.
Wait,
What if he won the Mustang?
Is that a-
What would I do?
he won the Mustang.
I have some bad and good news. There's a winner, but unfortunately, he can't pick the car up, so it goes to his family that he's estranged from.
How did he
Drive
hurt
fast
his back?
ends this
Did he
Sunday,
hurt his
by the
back
way.
surfing?
50
Is that what it was?
50 times
Yeah,
more centuries.
No, I just-
Podcast.com.
no, what I heard is like, I don't know how he injured his back, but he tried to go surfing afterwards. And then it was just, he was in pain for like weeks after.
But apparently, he got in a really bad frame.
But
of
that's
mind
why he got
because
the
was
surgery.
telling his buddies, like, dude, I can't even have sex. Like, it hurts too bad. Like, I can't be intimate with women.
Luigi?
People don't get like my mom's uncle's the head of like all spinal and neurology at
Oh,
like, Cedars-Sinai.
Oh,
And
boy.
he's the first one to say like, do not cut.
Oh yeah.
And he's like he's the head of
100%.
the department, and he'll always tell people, do not cut. You would rather live at a level of 3 pain the rest of your life than cut and end up with an 8.
Miserable.
100%.
It's not worth it.
I thought it was something in the medical field. Remember I said it was like his grandma or something. Maybe they took off life support, something
Yeah.
that made him super upset.
Yeah.
I listened to his speech because he won valedictorian at school. I listened to his speech.
Really?
Normal kid. He wasn't compromised then. Normal kid.
No, I think that he might have just gone crazy. There's a thing. Young people, young men, schizophrenia and stuff like that kicks in when they're in their 20s.
See, I don't think that's.
You never know.
I don't think
Maybe
it's,
the drugs he was taking. Who the
No,
fuck
I don't think
knows?
it's any of that. I think he's under a lot of pain, and then when it becomes the women, for sure, shut your phone. I've only been podcasting 13 years.
Not my phone. It's your phone. Mother.
Slap me. Slap me.
Okay.
Do it again. I'm sorry, dude. God damn it. When has that ever happened? When has that ever happened?
Oh, you ran out of those.
When has that ever fucking happened?
That's great.
And now I'm going to slap the person calling me.
Slap him.
It's not my wife. God damn it. I'm going to slap Don.
No, don't slap the dog. Don't
Sorry,
slap the
you're
dog.
right. I got to take it on Sunday.
Says he had pain for years, but it doesn't say exactly how he got it.
That
Friends
kind
have
of
revealed
pain,
he had been dealing with severe
it
back
can
pain
make
for
you
years.
crazy.
Make you crazy and just be like, and everything's dark. Like, fuck this world. And then you can't hook up with chicks. So then you wouldn't call him an incel, right? Usually incel, because it's not that he hated women. Clearly women like him. He just can't bust nuts.
There's something. So that's a good looking boy right there. Okay, and there's something about a kid. So there are a couple things I would say. One, now if I have really bad back pain, I'm not going to get a silencer and shoot somebody in the back. Okay, that's a whole different thing. I don't know what's going on there, but there is something about right, like my damn back is killing me. I'm not fucking do this. You know, like I don't know.
No, I'm gonna scour the earth looking for a.
You know what's going to help my back? Killing a fucking random
Hey,
CEO.
I'll tell you what doesn't help your back: sitting in that jail cell,
Yeah.
son. You think? Oh, and you think you're gonna get proper care medication?
That ain't gonna. That's
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna.
But
work
also,
out.
also he comes from a well-off family. They probably, because that Tijuana stuff, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But they could afford it. They send him to school that's $40,000 a year in Baltimore, so they can afford it.
When you're a good-looking boy, you come from money, and you're the valedictorian of your class. You assume your life is blessed and touched, and everything's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get a back injury, and you're in pain constantly, and you're taking drugs, and sometimes it'll fuck your whole like. The contract you signed in your head with the universe gets torn up, and now you're like, oh, this shouldn't be happening to me, how dare this happen to me? I'm gonna fucking hurt the world. You know what's that great way of saying when writers say, you know what the difference in a villain and a hero is? A hero is so both the villain and the hero get hurt by the world, right? So the Batman loses his parents in front of him, gets his parents killed in front of him, right? And then the Joker gets his face burned or whatever. So what's the difference? Man. The hero says the world hurt me and I'm going to make sure nobody ever gets hurt by the world again, the way it hurt me. The villain says the world hurt me and now I'm going to hurt the world. That would be the idea. Look at him, good looking kid, man.
Enjoy that back sitting on that
kill someone
prison bed,
dude. It ain't gonna help.
Yeah. But if you're upset at the world, then you get compromised. You're reading the manifesto from Ted Kaczynski, which I've read, man. And dude, one bad break, it's compelling. You know, the guy has some legit points, especially when you look at Tesla and all this shit. AI.
He was saying AI.
Yeah. He had some legit points. Just a madman and murdered people, so he's a bad guy, but genius. You know. And this kid had a crazy IQ as well, so I'm sure he related to the Unabomber in that sense. And then you have this super darkness because you're always hurt, and then you can't bust nuts, and you're an attractive dude. So I guess you roll up on it.
But to kill someone, come on, dude. I mean, if I'm like in insane, crazy pain, guess who I'm gonna kill?
Your dog.
Myself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Or the doctor that put the screws in, you know,
no. You'd to end the pain because
I could see that.
Because for him, your pain's gonna get worse, dude. Also, that CEO had nothing to do with your back.
You're fucking with that guy's family too. Everyone that loves him, like you can't do that to someone.
Also, that guy's not recommending that doctor. It had nothing to do with the screws.
No, he's just a.
But also, dude, you come from money. So there's other avenues you could have took to figure this back pain out. Your back pain's gonna be so bad in prison.
Oh my God.
You know what the beds are like at Pelican Bay, son?
God, yeah, I was gonna say.
They're not memory foam, bud. You know?
You're not gonna have posturepedic back pain.
Oh, you think you have back problems now?
Yeah.
You just pulled landscaping duty, bud. Yeah. You know? That's how that goes.
And also people get raped in jail. He's a good looking guy. That's going to give him crazy back pain if he's going to get.
It's going to hurt. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, you have to lay down and take it.
Yeah, nobody when they're taking you from behind, nobody's going, "You're back okay on this?" Is this
no, not in prison. No, they're not gentlemen about it.
Then
you have to lay down. Then there's limp fish. He's a bad fuck, you know. And then you get that label.
Yeah,
you already have mental issues.
Goddamn.
And you're limp fish in prison.
It's going to be a bad time for him. It is. It's going to be a bad
and
time.
It should be.
Yeah,
it should be. If you think you're uncomfortable now, dude, oof. And who knows what your fucking cellmate's like?
It feels like he just actually went crazy. He looks a little crazy. His face, he looks worn. He looks crazy.
Like a Joker smile.
I mean, anybody who writes a manifesto is not. If you caught me with a manifesto, you'd be like, Brian, what's going on here? A manifesto is a good sign of madness. It just is. So, Naz, have you written a fan letter yet to him?
Well, first off, no. But how many pages does it have to be considered a manifesto?
I would say one.
Just
page.
one. Yeah,
just a one-off.
Yeah, like trans in the Nashville shooting. Have you seen that manifesto?
No.
Yeah, there's one. It's out there. They'll hide it from us because they'll push their agenda.
And so this is just it's not a suicide note. What's the difference between a manifesto and a suicide note?
Well, a manifesto is like why we did it.
Yeah, manifesto is stating your ideology, your cause,
trying to create a revolution.
Yeah.
So you're confessing.
It's your argument for what's wrong. Usually, it's your argument.
It's your justification of why you committed the murder.
It's what's wrong with the world and how and it's basically why you're doing it.
There you go. A written document that publicly declares the intention, views, or motives of why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no need for attorneys or lawyers after this. No. You've said why you did it. You admitted to doing it.
Your attorney will plead insanity.
Yeah, I would imagine.
No. See, I argue no. If you have the ability to sit down and write something that's legible and understandable and you preemptively meditated it, how are you crazy?
That's what the prosecution is going to say.
Yeah.
The prosecution.
He's getting life no matter what. This will be death penalty. So the reason they plead
is that in California? Oh, that was New York.
It's in New York. Yeah.
They don't have the death penalty.
No, they're super woke bitch there. But still, so the argument would be if it's like life or death, you know?
Yeah.
If they say he's crazy, he'll just get life. Yeah. He's not getting out ever. Like his life's fucked. including his back.
Yeah.
Including
His back's gonna get blown out in prison, man.
Yeah.
They might fix it. Because he has a pinched nerve. You just got to wiggle that bad boy out, boy. Let the homies
goodness.
run the train.
Well,
wealthy Baltimore family. So that's the other thing. So you come from a family with money. You would think you'd go see the best doctors for whatever your situation is.
He said he wanted to separate himself from that. He didn't like that.
Oh, he doesn't like money either?
He just doesn't like to be a part of that world.
Yeah, he doesn't like being part
well,
of that family.
he clearly isolated and something snapped in his
Yeah, they
head.
didn't talk to him after the surgery. They said for like 8 months. No one heard from him.
It's really weird.
And they filed him missing like in November.
I have a thought that he probably would have gone crazy regardless. You know, I think this sounds like this kid had a schizophrenic break. I think he's a
Might
paranoid.
have just been a bad dude too. Like we always chalk up mental illness to everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this poor kid was he on antidepressants? I don't give a fuck. I think he could just be compromised, and he's a smart kid and thought this was going to start a revolution. Which you got to be a little crazy to think that.
Yeah.
he's always probably
That's
been a
why I
little
think he's
different.
probably
You also
crazy.
got to be a little batshit crazy to isolate from your family.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. That is not normal behavior though. That is mental. There's something going on mentally. You know. I think.
He had friends though, valedictorian.
No, I'm saying that. But so again, like I have a little experience with this. I had a friend who had a break. You know.
You have a lot of friends.
Yeah, but we found out that he had.
Did he have manifesto?
He didn't, but what happened was he kind of went crazy, right? So he called my friend, and he goes, he was in our group, like in New York, and he called our friend and he goes, "Hey man, such and such father is trying to kill me," and we were like, "What?" My buddy was like, "Huh?" He's like, "Such and such's father is trying to kill me, and I need to hide out your place for a while," and it was all this weird shit. So then we find out that he actually had these tumors in his brain, but they were benign.
Uh-oh.
And the doctor was like, "No, I wouldn't do that. That's not what it was." And I was like, "Well, it is what it was. You know, I mean, how do you know it's not what it was? You know?" And then he kept having these breaks. He would have these we would just find him like comatose. He'd be standing on the street corner, like in front of my friend's place.
Are those tumors like pressing on something on the front?
He would just be standing like this on the street. My buddy found him on the street like this and just staring with his mouth open. And my buddy had to bring him upstairs. Again, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Then he'd sleep, he'd come out of it. And then he got glioblastoma. He got a brain tumor and he died 15 months later. So he had benign ones, then he had a
real
you
deal.
know, you don't know, man. It's like sometimes people's fucking, they just
Dude,
snap.
we had a guy I played football with. He was a senior when I came in. His name's Justin Bannon. Stud. Fucking captain of the team. One of the toughest guys you ever meet. Went on to play, I think, for the Raiders and the Bills. Like, stud.
Damn.
Got some CT. Was living in Boulder. His CT and drugs flared up. He had a case. He thought Russian spies were going to attack him. He got paranoid. Ran into a yoga studio in Boulder and shot a yoga instructor.
What?
She survived. He shot her in the shoulder. She survived, but he got attempted murder, and I think he got life.
Yeah.
He's in prison now. Sad story.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's the kind of shit that'll happen. Where I really think, like, I never forgot what that guy Robert Sapolsky said. He's a scientist. He said, we are going to find in 20 years, we're going to go, God, remember how we were judging that Mangione guy? He had this in his brain. You know, he had something made him snap, you know, and we're going to learn that because this is not normal behavior. That's why I was like, for your boy, like, who knows what was going on in his head?
Which
Who knows?
boy?
And
The guy that-
your boy had CTE. And a lot of guys that I noticed, and you probably can speak to this, a lot of dudes who have CTE or have whatever it is, they tend to self-medicate. They start self-medicating, right? They'll take pills. There's a lot of drug use and alcohol use. And maybe it's just
yes and no. It's tough to nail down too because
It is.
in order to be that type of athlete, like whether you're a top level football player, Division I, whether you're a UFC fighter, like we take chances. Like we don't play by the same rules most other regular people
Big
play
risks.
by. So when people are like, oh man, insert whoever, Conor McGregor, man, you believe he does coke? What? You're talking about one of the greatest ever? Yeah. You think you get to that level by just drinking green juice?
And level with
No,
violence.
he's gonna think. He thinks outside the box.
No, I mean,
Like you hear it all the time. Oh, this like I knew this NFL player who invested in flying cars. Like he got his guaranteed money and put all of it in flying cars. And this was in 2007.
who did that?
Some guy, I don't want to say his name, and you're just like, oh, that's crazy.
He was
But
crazy.
yeah, but you're not. No, he's not crazy. He's just like your favorite athlete, your UFC fighter.
They take risks.
They're extremists.
They're impulsive. Yeah.
Everyone's extremist, man. Of course.
Yeah.
Now you can chalk it up and say, oh, it's mental health or these guys have CT. No, they're just wild fucking people. You happen to know who they are. They do wild shit for a living. So they make wild decisions. Yeah, they make a lot of wild fucking decisions. No, they're not mentally ill. No, it's not CT. They've been that way since they were kids.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Some people are just assholes,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, some
what it
people
is.
exhibit antisocial behavior
Sorry.
from a very young age. The thing about this kid is he didn't, right? From what we see. If this kid seemed to
Yeah.
have friends.
He doesn't have
was
a prior
popular.
record of
Yeah.
being, but also, yeah, I don't know.
So
We-
he might have gone. That's why I think he probably went crazy. Something happened where this doesn't make any sense. I'm going to get a silencer.
still calculated though. That's the thing. It's not like he just randomly ran up, shot the guy's head off. Like, he knew where he was staying. He got there early, planned his escape, planned everything,
Yeah.
flew from Hawaii to here. Like, clearly an educated, smart dude pulling this off. But then also,
But left his cell phone, left his backpack. Didn't
well, yeah, he's not a he's
didn't
not
use
a,
gloves.
He's not a veteran assassin, so
Yeah,
he made
didn't
some
use his
mistakes.
gloves or
Then
lunch
also wore a mask. No one really knew who he was. And then apparently he went to a Starbucks or
Trying to pick a girl
McDonald's.
up, right?
There's an attractive girl, and he lowered the mask, and that's how they found out where he was.
They can just follow those cameras.
No, so they found him at you're talking about like the first time when he put the mask down.
Put the mask.
That's
on,
when they
flirting with the chick.
Yeah,
that's how
when
they knew it was
at the
him. That's how they
hostel.
identified him. Yeah,
Yeah, but McDonald's, they didn't notice him, but he pulled down the mask to take a bite of the burger.
Yep.
A witness saw it, and that's the
Recognized
guy
him.
told McDonald's employee.
the thing about that's how they identified him is a hot
Because,
chick
yeah.
working at Starbucks. She was like, "Damn, girl." She went, "Let me see that face, lower mask." He went, "Oh, this face." Boom, got you ass. Chicks will get you, man. If he was gay, probably not caught. Let me lower your mask, bitch, please.
Keep your mask on, bro.
Chicks, got him to lower the mask, man.
But I mean, also
Chicks,
it is
downfall
New
of
York
all
City.
men.
There are a couple of cameras in New York City.
Downfall of every man, am I right?
You gotta blame the girl.
Yeah, blame the chicks.
That's
dude.
what happens,
another
bro.
One, another soldier falling.
Eve bit the apple. You know what I'm saying? We'd still be in paradise.
Even though you're on the run for murder, killing a mega millionaire CEO.
Do we know
Also,
why he
dude,
chose
why are you
that guy?
flirting? You can't bust nuts with your back.
Right.
Well, did it say he can't bust nuts or it just hurt?
No, you can't. Like you can't hip thrust. But also, just lay down, and let them do the
Just-
work, dude.
That's
You ever
all.
done the popcorn, baby?
That's all.
Lay down on your back, popcorn.
The what?
Popcorn.
Why this CEO?
thrust.
Was there something about this guy?
Well, because he's the head of that healthcare company that I'm sure that he went to
$1
the
billion
doctors
healthcare
with.
company.
I'm a little more confused on what the popcorn is.
You lay down and just
If
pop
we
your
could
hips
go
up.
back to that.
You lay down, and let the women do the work. You just thrust your hips.
Pop
but
your
you
hips
can't
up.
do that because
Do
it
some
screws.
popcorn. I never heard the expression.
See,
but
he's never heard of it either. Good for you.
Brennan will make up some expressions.
Yeah.
It's like the Groundhog game where you hit them.
What?
You ever played Happy
Whack-a-mole?
Hippo?
You talking about whack-a-mole? Little whack-a-mole.
You're the mole on the bottom.
Kinky.
Whack that mole, girl. Oh, there's the
Whack
mole.
that mole. Ooh.
Whack it, girl.
Yeah.
He could have done that. See, he's just talking
Use
to
that
me.
hammer pussy.
That makes him feel sick.
Apologize.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy's fucked though.